I created my first rental property. How do I help renters understand the surrounding area and find that listing through more than one path?
Build a neighborhood guide, connect the right available property, and then test the public discovery experience. In this lesson, we will create a complete Lantern District page, link 100 Demo Lane Craftsman, verify the public guide, search by neighborhood name, save the listing as a favorite, and confirm its map position. You will finish with a repeatable administrator. To renter checklist. Everything on screen is fictional tutorial data inside the local Docker environment. Lantern District is not a real community. The hero image was generated for this lesson, and the property is the same fictional listing created in the previous tutorial. The workflow has 4 parts: write useful neighborhood content, create the public guide, associate a property, and prove every renter-facing path. A saved form is only the midpoint. The public result is the real quality check. From the administrator sidebar, open Neighborhoods. The table shows each neighborhood image, name, public URL, and associated property count. It also provides view, edit, and delete actions. Use this workspace to audit existing community content before adding another entry. We will choose Add Neighborhood, but first notice the Properties column. That count becomes a quick confirmation after the listing relationship is saved.
The form is short. Which fields actually shape the public page?
Start with the hero image, then complete name, URL slug, and description. The search settings provide an SEO title and meta description. Sort order controls the relative position of neighborhood cards, with lower numbers appearing earlier. Every field should come from approved, factual source material. Do not use neighborhood copy to make promises about safety, schools, commute times, or availability unless your organization has verified those statements and is permitted to publish them. Our name is Lantern District, and the readable URL slug is Lantern-District. The slug becomes the final part of the public path, so keep it concise and stable. Our description identifies a fictional Oregon neighborhood with tree-lined streets, small local shops, nearby green space, practical route connections, and a range of rental types. It then gives the renter a useful next step: explore current availability, compare property details, and save favorites. This is descriptive content, not a claim that a home is currently available. The SEO title is Lantern District Rentals, Property CMS Demo. The meta description summarizes the same public purpose in one concise sentence. These fields describe the page for search and sharing contexts. They do not guarantee indexing or ranking. We use a sort order of -10 so the new tutorial card appears before entries with larger values. Choose sort values intentionally and leave space between them when your team expects to insert more neighborhoods later. The hero should represent the neighborhood without carrying essential instructions. Use an approved image with enough width for a banner crop, no private information, no misleading landmarks, and no text that becomes unreadable on a phone. Our fictional image shows a Pacific Northwest neighborhood scene and contains no logo or words. After selecting it, inspect the preview for the intended crop and confirm that the subject remains useful behind the title treatment. Review the name, slug, description, metadata, sort order, and hero, then select Create Neighborhood once. Property CMS returns to the neighborhood workspace. Find Lantern District, verify its readable public path, and confirm that its property count is initially 0. That 0 is expected because a neighborhood and a property are separate records. Creating a guide does not silently assign inventory to it.
Should I make the property featured before I connect it, and does featured make it public?
Featured and available answer different questions. Available is the property lifecycle state used by current public discovery. Featured is a separate choice that can influence ordering where that behavior is supported. Featured does not replace available, does not guarantee a position, and does not create the neighborhood relationship. Our tutorial property remains available, and we enable featured only so you can recognize that independent setting in the editor and the administrator list. In the same property editor, move to Neighborhoods and select Lantern District. A property may have more than one neighborhood choice available, so select only relationships supported by your approved property information. Save the property, return to Neighborhoods, and check the Properties column. Lantern District now shows one associated property. This administrator count proves the relationship was stored, but it still does not prove the public page. Open the Public Neighborhoods page. Because -10 is lower than the existing sort values, Lantern District appears first in this tutorial state. Inspect the image, name, description excerpt, and view neighborhood action. Avoid treating card order as a permanent marketing promise. It reflects the values saved today. Also check the layout at a smaller width so long names, excerpts, images, and actions remain readable without sideways overflow. Open Lantern District. The public guide presents the hero, breadcrumb, title, availability summary, and full description. Read the copy in context. It should help someone decide whether to explore listings without overstating the area. Check spelling, punctuation, image crop, and factual consistency. If the guide says something different from the approved source, correct the neighborhood record rather than trying to repair the wording somewhere else. Continue. 2. Properties in Lantern District. The available associated listing appears with its leading image, property type, monthly price, title, location, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and 1,840 square feet. Compare those facts with the property record. The neighborhood page is reusing inventory data. It is not a second copy of the listing. If a displayed fact is wrong, correct the property source and repeat this public check.
What if a renter starts on the main properties page instead of opening neighborhoods?
Enter Lantern District in the property keyword search and apply the filters. The current discovery service searches associated neighborhood names, so this tutorial query returns 100 Demo Lane Craftsman. Verify the result count and the active filters, then inspect the exact card. A keyword result is useful proof that the relationship supports another discovery path. It is not a promise that every external search engine will index the page or that a renter will lease the property. On the discovery card, select the heart. The control changes to the saved state, and the listing can be reviewed on My Favorites. The neighborhood guide itself does not need an invented favorite button. The public property card owns that interaction. Open My Favorites and confirm that 100 Demo Lane Craftsman appears with its image and core facts. Favorites are a renter convenience, so test the exact browser experience your visitors will use. Switch the discovery results to the map. The tutorial property appears as a marker because its property record has usable coordinates. A neighborhood association alone does not create a map point. If an expected listing is missing from the map, first confirm the property is in the result set and then verify its coordinate data. Do not guess a location or use a neighborhood centroid as though it were the property's address. Your final quality check crosses both records and every public surface. In Neighborhoods, confirm the saved path and association count. In the Property Editor, confirm Available Status, the intentional featured choice, and the Lantern District relationship. On the public site, inspect the neighborhood card, guide copy, linked listing, keyword result, favorite state, and map marker. When any proof fails, correct the source record, save, reload, and repeat the affected checks.
Let me say it back. Create factual neighborhood content with a stable slug and approved hero. Save and verify the guide. Keep available, featured, and the neighborhood relationship as separate decisions. Link the property, confirm the administrator count, then test the public index, guide, listing card, keyword search, favorite, and map.
Exactly. That is the reliable neighborhood workflow: describe, connect, and prove. In the next tutorial, we will move from content structure to visual branding by comparing the Theme Manager with the Theme Customizer and checking the public result at desktop and phone widths. Try PropertyCMS.Click.